Searching for the answer, tying myself down with all I find. Still purpose circles like a dancer, but in my mind, my spirit is with the breeze, far from the things I used to know. Wild and free, using that truth to let go. Serenity rests in me, far from the things I used to know. I found the strength to let it show. Smile 'cause I know that it's okay. God, this love to help me slip away, far from all the worry that divides you, to live in truth.
What did we do today? We went to Dillon Beach and we're a bit attacked by the sand and the wind, but it was still pretty fun. It was pretty great.
The truth is in love. In love there's a light. The truth is in love. There's love where it's right. My spirit is with the breeze, far from the things I used to know. Wild and free, using that truth to let go. Serenity rests in me, far from what I used to know. I let it go. I let it go.
Hello everyone, welcome to my ASMR channel. Just kidding. Happy summer! It is officially summer and it's almost July. But this is my summer vlog that I have been creating. I hope you've enjoyed so far. I have been trying to sit down and talk to the camera for a while now, just trying to figure out how to best describe how my life has been going in the past couple months. And I want to be as authentic and honest as possible without being too vulnerable on the internet. Really, these vlogs are for me and my memories, for my future self to look back at. And it's quite interesting that I've only been now filming the majority of my young adult life. And it is typically said that in your young adult life, you go through a couple maybe 1 or 2 or 3, I don't know, a couple identity crises. I would not say that I'm going through an identity crisis right now. If anything, it's more like an identity discovery, and it's quite a positive one, I would say, but it does have its stigmas and its negative aspects of the discovery. And I sort of briefly touched, like very lightly in like 2 clips of my last video, touched on this, on what I've been going through, but that was all I could really share at that time because it's a lot to talk about, and it's a lot to try and explain to people. And so yeah, I'm just gonna try and talk about it in a way that doesn't make me feel vulnerable and icky and sad. I've been going through a bit of an identity discovery, and it definitely relates to the way that I function in this world and the way that I am affected by this world, and there's a lot of positives to that, I think. But because of the stigmas involved in the identity I've been researching quite a bit about, it has left me feeling kind of sad at times. And yeah, I've had to sort of reevaluate, or more so analyze the past 23 years of my life. So it's been quite a lot, but I am going to therapy, so that is good. And we just recently, my therapist and I, we just actually scheduled the next like 5 or 6 weeks of me going once a week, every Friday. Super excited, super hyped for that. I genuinely need it, and I'm grateful that I can go to therapy, and I'm just really grateful that I have my therapist. So this summer I have been going through a bit of an identity discovery, as well as I have been researching master's programs, specifically at all of the different CSUs in California, just because it's the cheapest option. And I'm looking into marriage and family therapy master's programs, which is really exciting. Obviously, my bachelor's degree I did not get in psychology. And yet I'm still pursuing something in the psychology realm. My humanities degree, I think, has really prepared me for working with a wide variety of people from different cultural backgrounds and religious backgrounds. And so I think that has really prepped me and really helped blossom a passion of mine for just wanting to learn more about different cultures and people in the world, and just how this world functions, really. I'm super curious about how I function, how I interact with everyone and everything. I'm excited to watch myself grow. I'm super interested in how other people are, and and I'm also super interested in just how cultures and our world and nature and humans and animals, how it all comes together cohesively, and how we all operate with one another and kind of live together on this little planet that we call Earth. So I'm very interested in pursuing some sort of master's program, maybe MFT, hopefully, that can help me better understand how to help others as well as myself, and then how to go about being able to set better boundaries with my clients or with people that I end up, getting into deep conversations with, because that is something that I genuinely love, is deep conversations and kind of connecting on a more emotional, spiritual level. But it also can be extremely draining for me, and so I'm trying to learn how to be me, which is quite interesting. Also, obviously, I went to Disneyland, I graduated, I went to the beach with my friend Cassidy. I've been doing some other things here and there. It has not been all like fun and games. A lot of it has been contemplating my identity and who I am, and that has created a lot of confusion, a lot of frustration, a lot of really complicated and confusing feelings. But I feel that it's necessary to go through them right now. I just don't really know who I'm going to be on the other side of this growth period and season. And it's really funny because I remember back in December, I was talking to the camera, I was reflecting and thinking about how I felt like I was stuck in between two periods of growth in my life. And now that I'm in this period of growth in my life after I felt stuck, this period of growth in my life is a lot. But like I said, I think it's going to be worth it. It just really is going to take courage, support from myself. It's going to take a lot of love and care and gentleness. And yeah, it's going to take balance and taking breaks. It's going to take reading and researching, but also reconnecting and continuing to connect with the parts of myself that have always existed, that remain. There's just a lot. And I feel like this is the best way that I've been able to talk about this so far. So that's good. So other plans that I have for this summer are just doing more contemplating, going to lots of yoga classes, and calming myself down. And also working, if I didn't already say that, doing my advising internship, which I really like. I really like going to work, responding to emails, and like just practicing my professionalism, helping students. I do like it, but at the same time, I don't know if it will be something that I will continue to do in my future. And that actually leads me to another thought that I had, which is that I'm also like really on the side. My mind has also been thinking a lot about what my future is going to look like, because I recently walked. I still have a semester left, but I recently sort of graduated. That means that I should probably be having another like existential crisis around this time, right? But no, what it really means to me is, where do I want to go? Where do I want to be? Who do I want to be? So that's just adding to the identity discovery that I'm doing right now. Yeah, just a lot of questions. I feel in this moment that I want to stay in Chico for a little while longer. I still have a year here at least. And then I don't really know what will happen after that, but maybe I'll end up moving to another town where there's a CSU, and I'll go to a different university and be in another program, or maybe I'll take some time off and try and get a big girl job. I don't know. So, yes. Besides all of those thoughts that have been in my mind that have made me quite confused and just depressed at times, I do think that I've been doing quite well despite all of those things. I'm really grateful it's summer. I'm really grateful I get this chance to take a break and, do creative things that I love, like paint, play my Pokemon game, things like that. Like, I'm really grateful that I get this opportunity, and I'm really grateful that, like, every weekend I try my best to get outside and sit on the grass, kind of ground myself. That's one of my favorite things to do. Oh, also, I went out to breakfast with my roommate Jocelyn. We were discussing like, who is Grace? Because I've been struggling to kind of remember who Grace is in the midst of this identity discovery. And Jocelyn was all like, well, Grace really likes the color green. And I was all like, Yes, Grace really does like the color green. So that was a really good grounding phrase to kind of help me reconnect back to myself. So if you need to reconnect back to yourself, I know it's like cheesy and it's usually something that someone might ask you on like a first date, which usually doesn't end up going well because they asked you that on your first date, but maybe you could just ask yourself, what's your favorite color? And start just saying to yourself, I like the color blank. And maybe that will help you reconnect. I'm in a big period of growth in my life right now, I think. And the way that I have acknowledged that in this video currently right now, as I'm sitting down, I think is really helpful for me. Very helpful way of viewing the confusion and chaos I've been feeling recently is to just know that it's growth and that eventually I'm going to be grateful and come out the other side being a bit more aware and in tune with who I actually am. The thing is, though, people do change, and maybe I'm changing, and that's kind of scary because I like to often stay the same. I've noticed quite a lot recently that I don't like to change things up around my room. Sometimes I'll change like a slight thing or I'll add a touch of something, but for the most part, everything stays the same. Maybe I'm changing a little bit, and I'm going to support myself through that, and I'm going to carry myself through that, and it's going to be okay. I hope you're having a nice summer and able to relax and maybe take breaks every once in a while. I definitely look forward to more editing and more filming. Still trying to figure this out and figure out why I enjoy this. The summer of 2023 has already been quite a lot, but it has given me a lot of space to think, to dream. I need to do more of that, to reflect, and to question who I am. Big things. But it's going to be worth it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or morning, your evening, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Praise the mountain and the rain, all the gifts that